quite warm now. So yeah, you just need your mat, no props or anything this week. Sometimes I do introduce a couple of props, but obviously it's difficult to know who has what at home, so it's just easier to keep it simple on that front. But if you have a look at some of the YouTube videos on the Sport and Active Communities web page on the YouTube, then sometimes there's some classes on there. So there's loads of classes from the past, but there's a few classes on there with props if you did want to try some prop classes. Okay, so let's bring ourselves down to the mat. I hope everyone is feeling fit and well, and if you do have any injuries or any aches and pains, then please do listen to your body and just take it easy. At certain parts, if we're using certain body parts that are a bit off limits to you now, or you've got any aches and things that you're not too sure about, then just sit out certain exercises. We tend to only spend a couple of minutes on each one, so if there's something that you can't do, don't worry. There'll be something coming along that you probably can do, and just do what you can, just do what feels good, and hopefully you'll feel even better at the end. Okay, so we're going to just take a nice couple of deep breaths just to relax the body down into the mat or the floor, whatever you're doing your class on. Nice spongy carpet, hopefully, nothing too hard. Okay, so just take a nice couple of deep breaths into those ribs, into the lungs, and just feel the ribs expand as you take a big inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, just let all of that tension go and blow the air out through your mouth. So that's generally how we breathe in Pilates, in through the nose and out through the mouth. But if you prefer to do it differently, that's fine. Especially if you're new, I would just concentrate on breathing, and don't worry too much about how I kind of describe the breathing in the movements. Until you get used to them, and then you tend to kind of add that element in, so don't worry too much. One more big inhale and one big exhale. Good. Okay, so resting the hands down by the side of the hips, we're just going to start off with our knee drop. So really nice easy way of getting going. Really want you to focus on keeping the hips super still, so you can rest your hands on your hips if you want to, or just relax them by the side of you. So we're going to take our front knee and just open it up, keeping the other leg where it is, exhaling to draw the leg back. Okay, so using your inner thigh muscles and your low belly muscles to help you. Inhale, open the other leg, and exhale it back. So you're just turning on the outside of the foot. The foot's not really moving, it's just turning, and then as you close your leg, the foot comes back to the floor in that flat position. Inhale out, exhale back. So what I need you to focus on this movement is just to keep the weight of the pelvis even on both sides of the body. Yeah, so just tune into how it feels when both legs are in the center, and then just try and keep that position by lifting your belly in and up, slightly tensing your core muscles, and then exhale with that knee back in. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, exhale. So your hips might shift a tiny bit, that's okay, they don't have to stay like concrete. But we do want to keep some level of control there, so we're not rolling around on the floor. I'm sure no one is. Okay, one last time. We bring in that knee back. Okay, well, we're doing leg slides now, so we're going to push the foot away. I just realised I probably haven't given myself quite enough room. There we go, it was just about there. And then exhale back in. So same thing, keeping everything relaxed in the body, just the low belly muscles now staying active as you stretch away on an inhale. Exhale, slide back. Simple. Inhale, exhale. Let's use this as an opportunity just to really relax the rest of the body, the shoulders, the face, the eyes. Inhale, slide away, exhale back. We can do about 10 of these, 5 each side. This is going to wake up those low abdominals, the muscles in between your hips. Exhale back. So it feels nice and easy right now. We're slowly warming up the muscles, and then we're going to progressively challenge them. So abdominals, we tend to start off with the abdominals in the class, and then we work into other areas of the body. So the abdominals and the muscles in the back of the body, so the muscles that support the spine, all work together to keep us nice and safe. And we're just waking those up first before we do anything else more challenging. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, slide. Exhale back, last one. Inhale, slide, and exhale back. Good. Okay, so keeping that pelvis and the level kind of pelvis in mind, relaxing the hands down by the side of you. Let's bring one leg to tabletop and the other leg to join it. So as soon as you do that, those muscles are super switched on. If you feel them now, they should be super activated. And then we're going to take one foot down and the other foot down. We're going to do this 4 times, changing on the next one. So you're going to bring the back leg up first and the back leg down first, bringing it back to the front leg. So up, up, down, down. And then you can stay with this if that's challenging enough and you're finding it a little bit of a struggle, maybe stay with this one. Or we're going to take both legs up to tabletop. And this is our now resting position, believe it or not. And we're just going to tap down one set of toes at a time, alternating again. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can maybe take the foot further away and bring it back. Just testing the water there. What you don't want to happen is your back to arch. So you want to feel that your back is in the same position all the way through these exercises. And if your back is arching, maybe just take your foot down halfway and then bring it back. So you're always bringing it back to this position with the knees directly above the hips. So you should be feeling this now. I'm feeling it. We're going to just do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just hug the knees in and just release a little bit in the low back if it's feeling a little bit tense there. So we're always taking a little stretch after we've done a bit of strength move so that we can just even out the muscles and keep them nice and relaxed. Okay, so hundreds, we're going to get it done. Let's just do it without thinking about it. Reach the arms back, enjoy the stretch, but keep your back down on the floor again. Think of that pelvis, how it feels at the moment. We want to keep the same feeling as we exhale and lift the head and the shoulders. We're going to start moving the arms, eyes to the thighs. Okay, so don't look too high like this. You're going to strain your neck. You want to keep your chin slightly tucked and your arms pretty fast there. So you should feel a little breeze around by your ankles that you're creating yourself. There's loads of people signed in today. Great to see so many people. Okay, keep it going. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep that breath nice and steady. If you want more, you can go back to that tabletop and your lower abdominals are now working too. If your neck bothers you, as always I say, just put one hand behind your head, take a little rest, then swap it over. So you're always moving, but if you need that extra support, you can take it. If you want a little bit more, extend the legs. Higher is slightly easier, so 90 degrees, a little bit easier. If you want to really challenge yourself, and to be honest with you, I'm not really up for challenging myself today. I've already done a spin class today, so I'm a little bit tired. I'm just going to take it a little bit easier today, and that's fine. So squeezing the legs together if they are fully extended. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep it going. Inhale and exhale. Getting warmer now. You can always bring your feet down if it starts to get really challenging. We've got 3 more sets of these 10 breaths. So in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. That's the hardest part of the class done. Okay, so you should be feeling it now. Upper, lower, all abdominals, all the abdominals in the house are all woken up fully. And there's the blood flowing around the body now. So we've really warmed up the body and we're getting things moving now. So the joints are working a little bit better. We're going to bring our legs up towards the ceiling. Try and just stretch them as much as you can. Get them as straight as you can. And then hold wherever you can. Just have a little stretch into the back of the legs. So try and keep the tailbone down if you can. So we're going to go straight into our scissor stretch just because back of our legs do get quite tight. And we're going to just give them a nice stretch, but it's also an exercise. It's also a strength move. The point of this one is to keep the torso very still as you move the arms and the legs. So you're going to lift your head and your shoulders. You are holding onto your leg most of the time. So if your abdominals are burning, don't worry, you've got some assistance. You're going to hold on underneath the knee or the ankle if you can reach it. and stretch the opposite leg away. Now try and keep your legs in line with the body and really point the toes, okay? So you're gonna pull and pull a little bit more, and then exhale and switch midair. So one leg shoots away, one leg comes towards your face. Pull and pull a little bit more and swap. You're gonna exhale as you pull, a little bit faster now for 8, 7, 6, 5, lift that belly in and up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, hug it in. So even that, you should feel your abdominals slightly more awake now after that. I just felt my upper abdominals saying, hi, I'm here. Okay, so now we're going to just keep our knees in towards our chest, and we're just going to bring our hands down by the side of us. So we're going to bring our heels together and our toes apart. So kind of a V shape with the feet, but keep the heels glued together the whole time, okay, guys? So the knees now are coming out slightly, a bit like a frog. And then you're going to push away, but keep those heels glued. So you're inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Imagine that you're pushing something away with your feet, a bit like the leg press if you ever go to the gym, but there's no weights there, so it should be easier. Again, pick your level where you want to be with your legs. So if your legs are coming down low, you're going to be challenging your abdominals a bit more. If you feel like you need to be up a bit higher, that's okay. This is just a bit of a mobilizing exercise, but it is working our abdominals and our glutes as well. So we're pushing away with our glutes. 4 more. Good. 3. 2, it's nice to keep the head down for 1, isn't it? And then 1. Okay, bring those legs back up to where they were. We're going to cross one ankle over the other. Use your hands, you can tuck them slightly under your bottom if you need to. And then you're just going to exhale and lift the bottom just an inch off of the floor and bring it back down again. So imagine that you're trying to lift your bottom up and point your toes towards the ceiling. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, use the exhale. 4, let's swap the ankle position, change over. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, that's harder than it looks, isn't it? Okay, hugging those knees in. We're going to go into single leg stretch now. So we're bringing same hand onto same ankle, opposite hand onto opposite knee. Lift your head and your shoulders up, hug everything in, elbows nice and wide. Let's use the arms as well. Stretch the leg away to 45 degrees, similar to our scissor stretch. So we're kind of pulling the knee towards the shoulder, draw the belly in and up, change super fast like magic, and change. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more set of 8. Lift your head and shoulders up a tiny bit more and look down at your abdominals. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in, lower down. Ooh, those abs. Okay, we're going to roll up to seated or turn on your side, come up to seated. However you get up to seated is fine. Your choice. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of rolling. We're going to do the seal. I think we did the seal last week. I'm trying to remember now. So the knees come out to the side, the soles of the feet are together, and we're taking our hands underneath onto the outside of the ankles. So the feet are going to stay pretty close for most of this move. We're going to sit back onto our sit bones and balance. So we're tucking our pelvis underneath ourselves and drawing our low belly in. You can just sit here and balance if you don't want to roll. Oh, neck's off already. Feet together, well done. Clap the feet together 3 times, tuck the chin, roll back. 3 times, clap behind you and back up again. 3 times, clap. Exhale as you clap. Keep that nice rounded spine, keep the chin tucked in so you don't roll back onto your neck. Keeping it safe. Good, amazing. See some great seals here. This is one of my favorites. So you really keep that nice rounded, relaxed spine, but you're drawing your belly in. 1 more. to keep it all nice and safe. Good, well done. That was fun, wasn't it? Okay, let's do spine twist. So a slightly different version. I'm going to give you two options actually, because this doesn't necessarily work for everyone. So spine twist with your legs completely flat on the floor, only if your spine is straight and you're not doing this. If you're doing this because you have tight low back muscles or your hip flexors or anything else, then just cross the legs or do whatever you need to do with the legs to make yourself come into a nice straight spine, okay? So I particularly like this version because it just shows me if I'm moving my pelvis. So if you do have the straight leg version, it's just going to give you a little bit of assistance because you're going to glue your feet together. And then as you take your arms out and twist, one foot, if your hips are moving, one foot's going to go past the other one. And you don't want that to happen. So keep that in mind if you're doing that version. If you're doing the cross-leg version, it doesn't really matter because nothing's really moving. You just got to keep, I would say, go with this version of spine twist if your legs are crossed. So your fingers are stuck to your chin and your thumbs are stuck to your chest and they don't move, they don't come off. Okay, so that's just going to make sure that you're not moving anywhere else. So spine twist 6 times. Arms out to the side if you're doing this version. Sit super tall. Grow the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, straight as you can with the spine. Flex the feet, and then we're going to twist to the side on an exhale. So your fingers hopefully are reaching over your toes and your back arm is reaching back. Inhale, come back to center. Feel the squeeze in your shoulders as well, it's lovely. Okay, go back the other way. Maybe don't go as far this side, doesn't matter. Keep those feet glued together, don't let them move. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist again. Inhale, back to center. Sit as tall as you can. Twist, twist, twist on that exhale. Inhale, back. This is tougher than it looks, guys. Relax the shoulders. Twist again. This is our last 2. Inhale, exhale, and back. And relax the arms. Whew. My arms are aching. Okay, so we're going to do our spine stretch forward now. So our feet are going to come as wide as the mat. Again, sit super tall. If you're struggling to sit like this and you have to do your spine twist with crossed legs, just bend the knees. Okay, so that's going to give your spine a little bit more space and your hip flexors a bit less tension there. Otherwise, nice straight legs, pushing the back of the legs into the floor. You're going to reach forwards towards wherever we're going. So we're reaching forward like this, but we want to round the spine. So we're not coming forward with a flat back. That's more of a yoga thing. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not Pilates. Okay, so we're going to sit tall. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to start to round the spine over that imaginary beach ball. We're going to round over, and then we're going to slide our hands along a low coffee table. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Keep exhaling. And then inhale to restack your spine. So what I want you to imagine is your spine coming over in a nice curved shape with every section of your spine. We're kind of like links on a bike chain, yeah? So think of it like that. Okay, let's go again. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, draw belly in, round the spine. So your lower belly goes back behind you. Keep exhaling, keep exhaling, keep exhaling. And then inhale, restack, restack, restack. Head comes up last. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And just 1 more. Enjoy. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Excellent work. Okay, so we're going to move ourselves a little bit closer to the end of the mat now. We're going to do some half roll backs just to train our abdominals a bit more. So we're going to first hold on behind the knees. Sit super tall. Let's just practice that rounding of the spine. We've done it a few times now, so we should be in the zone already. Let's exhale and start to tuck and round. So we're holding on for the first 2, just getting the move, and then rolling back up, straightening the spine. Good. Exhale, round and lower back, and then come back up. So if you're good with this and you're feeling quite free in your spine, you want to challenge yourself a bit more, we're going to take the arms out in line with the shoulders. And we're going to exhale and roll back. 1/3 of the way. And then we keep the rounded spine as we roll forward. And then straighten. Oh, this feels nice today. Usually I'm shaking like crazy in the abdominals, but today maybe it's other areas. Okay, so round the spine and sit up tall. Again, if you're okay with this, you can stay with this. Or if you want to progress slightly on the next one, I'm going to give you the option. Okay, so what we're going to do is roll back, hold here, extend one leg, take it back down, extend the other leg. Good. And then roll back up, same way. Easy, right? We're going to keep adding on in a few moments. Let's just try that again. Extend, extend, keeping everything else still. Amazing. Good work, guys. And then rolling back up. Okay. You probably guess what's coming next. Roll back. Both legs. Stretch. And release. Good. One more. Stretch. And release. We're in teaser. And then we roll back up. That wasn't too bad, was it? Okay, we're going to do two more. Your option, whatever version you want to do. Double leg, single leg. So double leg we have to do twice. Good. This is just practicing for what's coming later. We're going to end with teaser, which is a little bit challenging, but I'm sure you can do it. Good. Nice and slow and controlled, rolling back up, and then just take a little stretch forward. If you're feeling it in your hip flexors like I am, there's little muscles that tend to get very fatigued, especially if you sit down at a desk a lot, which I'm sure a lot of us do. But having a little stretch here. Okay, then we're going to stretch the legs out. We're going to take a roll down all the way now, and then roll back up. And I'll show you the modification if you need it. So we're going to roll back down. Just make it as slow as you can. Try and release each section of your spine, nice and gradually. Oh, it's nice to be back down on the floor with a straight spine again. Take a stretch. You know what's coming next. We're going to exhale and squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the knees, and roll back up super slow. So the modification, which some people will need, and that's fine. I used to modify before I got strong enough and had some, years of experience with Pilates. So it doesn't matter if you need to modify, take a stretch. You can bring your hands behind your low back and just use the hands just to help you, okay? So it's just going to help control the move. It's going to stop us from throwing ourselves up in the air super fast, so the hands back behind again. You still want those abdominals to control the majority of the work. So you're drawing your belly in and up. You're making it look easy. Hands behind the back again. Same thing, squeeze the legs. So you're just pushing. Get a little workout on the arms as well. Okay, or the full version, all the way down, all the way up. One more time. Good. This is so good for our backs. Amazing. Well done. Okay. Now we're going to lower ourselves down a little bit slower, a bit differently. So a bit like our single leg stretch we started off. Same hand onto ankle, opposite hand onto knee. Try not to make it too complicated. I always feel like I'm dictating twister here. Okay, so we're going to stretch our other leg up. This is just how we started single leg stretch, but we're now lifted off the floor. So it's a bit more challenging, but we're not doing single leg stretch. I want you to keep your elbows wide and just lower yourself down as slow as you can with control, doing whatever you need to do to get there. So it's almost like we're going to do single leg stretch, and we do one and then we roll back up. So you might need to use a bit of momentum to come back up, and you're back into that start position. So we're lowering down. We're only going to do it once each side. So we lower down, super slow, super slow, super slow. Do whatever you need to do with your abdominals, tighten whatever muscles you need to do to slow yourself down. Swap sides. We're going to come up again. Good. Now, I said we were going to be in teaser, which we did earlier. So you can bring your feet to the floor. We're still rolled back a little way. We're just on the back of our sit bones here. And then you can hold on to your legs if you need to, or stretch your arms away and balance. Okay, now we're going to lower ourselves down to the floor. Legs and arms. Woo. And take a nice straight body stretch. Squeeze the bottom. You're going to need it a little bit there. and then relax and give your legs a little shake. Well done. That was not easy. And I saw that most of you did it, so that's good. Excellent work. Okay, we're going to now try a bit of a different move that we haven't done for a while. So it's called corkscrew. We're going to bring our legs back up to the ceiling, and we can, if we want to, just tuck your hands slightly under your bottom. I find it helps just a little bit there. Okay, so you're going to squeeze your legs together. You can bring your toes apart and your heels together if that works for you. Sometimes that just really brings a little bit of awareness to the inner thighs and just keeps a nice center line nice and strong. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our legs down to the left, across to the right, and back up. So we're drawing a bit of a circle, then we're going the other way. So legs down to the right, across to the left, and back up. This is the intermediate version. We're not going to do the advanced version. Okay, so we're just taking our legs as if they're one leg, squeeze them together, don't let them come apart, across and back up. So you're exhaling to pull the legs back up, inhaling to lower, exhaling up. Good, 2 more, 1 more each side. Inhale, exhale. That's not too bad, is it? Inhale and exhale. Well done. Hug the knees. Circle them around. Give your back a nice little massage. Go the other way. Amazing. Okay, we're going to now come onto our side. We're going to start off with some clams. So clams, working the outer part of the glutes and hips. So to bring ourselves into the right position, our feet are in line with our bottom and our knees are about 45 degrees. You can have your hand resting underneath your head, or you can lay it on your arm, whatever's more comfortable for you. We're not really going to move an awful lot from here just now, so we're in this position for a little while. Our feet are staying together, and all we're doing is keeping our hips one on top of the other. So you might want to put your hand behind your hip and keep it in place. Lift your belly in and up. Give us a smile, and then we're just going to open the knee, close the knee. Simple as that. Open the knee only as far as it will go, so keep that hip stacked, don't let it turn back on itself. And it's going to start to burn a little bit, maybe in about 10 more repetitions. So nice simple move, very controlled, minimal range here. There's not a lot of range in this, so you're essentially turning, externally rotating through the hip. So we don't have to go big or anything crazy like this. Okay, so it should be starting to burn a little bit now, hopefully. I'm feeling it. Good, so we're keeping everything really still. We're building strength with good alignment. There's that frog that always comes in when I'm laying on the floor and talking. Okay, so we're going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to progress this. So we're going to lift the knee up. We're going to lift the foot up. We're going to bring the foot down and then bring the knee down. So knee, foot, foot, knee, knee, foot, foot, knee. Let's keep it going. 6. So try and keep the knee at the same height when you lift the foot. That's it, good. Breathe however you need to breathe here. Oh, it's burning now. 3 more. And 1 more after this. Lift, lower, and lower. Well done. Bring the knee forward if you need to. Just give it a little tap. Mine's burning probably about 5 or 6 out of 10 level. Okay, so it's not awful, but it's just activated. Okay, now we're going to stretch the legs out in line with the body this time and lay out on your arm. Okay, so squeeze the legs and lift them up just in line with the body. So you've got a nice straight line here, and you're just holding your legs up using your inner thigh, bit of the outer thigh. We're just holding, building strength, pointing the toes, stretching those legs as long as you can, no bend in the knee, and squeeze your bottom. Now keep the squeeze on the bottom, and then we're going to slowly scissor. So keep those glutes nice and firm, and then slow scissor again. This hand in front is just for balance, so we're just leaning on it a little bit. Slow change and slow change. Okay, now we're bringing the legs back together and we're going to go super fast. Sideways swimming for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. 10, 9. Keep the lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the top leg where it is. Lower and lift the bottom leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Relax down. Hello, inner thighs. Okay, let's turn ourselves around. Ooh, do the other side. So the second side's always a bit more challenging because you've obviously already woken up now the underneath hips. So it's already talking to you, I'm sure, saying all the nice things. So knees together, feet in line with the rest of your body. So if your back is in line with the back of the mat, then your feet should be touching the back of the mat as well. Squeeze those hips, hand behind, feet together, open the knee and close. Ah, it's easy breezy, isn't it, in the beginning? It's all lovely. Feels good. Feels a little bit weird. I mean, it's not the kind of move that you do very often, a really kind of controlled knee and thigh rotation, outer rotation. But it's good for us, and that's why we're here. Giving our body some love, giving it some strength, making sure that we don't get injured, doing other sports and activities. Good. Couple more here, and then we're going to add on that foot lift. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're lifting up, keeping the knee at the same height, lifting the foot so the knee turns in, foot comes down, and we lower. So it's a bit of a zigzag that you're creating with your leg there. You've got that 90-degree angle behind your knee, and we're working that outer hip. This feels easier on this side, actually, for me today. So my left is clearly my favorite. Okay, do you have a favorite? One side's usually stronger than the other or has more kind of range and mobility, so it's fairly normal. Don't worry about it, just work with it. Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you need to bring that knee forward, just give it a little tap. And a little massage. Okay, so we're now going to bring our legs in line again. Lay out on the arm. Squeeze your bottom. Stretch those legs super long. And lift them. Hold there. Ah, relaxing. But keeping sideways active. So I can feel this all down the outer side of my body here. And also in that lower leg and the inner thigh. So everything's super active here. Keeping us balanced so that we don't fall forward or roll back. Strengthening the whole body at the same time. Just lower down for a second. Okay, we're going to squeeze and lift again and hold it there. Never give myself enough arm room on this side for some reason. So I was grabbing onto the sofa. Okay, so holding it there. Squeezing the bottom both sides. We're going to slowly scissor now. 4, 3. Try not to move the upper body. 2, and 1. Okay, bringing those feet back together. Still with that lift, still strengthening the whole body. We're going to go super fast for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have that second set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We hold it there. We lower and lift the bottom leg only quickly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're done. Roll onto the front. Make sure you have enough room above your head to stretch your arms out. Okay, so the first move we're going to do is going to be a bit of a swimming move. So we're going to bring our hands just above our head, but not so that our arms are super outstretched. So we want to keep the shoulders down and relaxed, and just bring the fingertips to the floor. Hopefully you can see that. So make spiders with your hands and fingers. Okay, so you're going to look down, keep the head lifted off the floor, but not up super high. Okay, so we're keeping the neck long in line with the spine. We're going to stretch both legs behind us, lift the feet off the floor, and then go for a super fast swim by squeezing the buttocks, and the buttocks are going to lift the legs. So you're looking straight down, nothing else is happening, so don't worry, it's not too complicated. We're going to keep kicking for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the heels are going to come together and apart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the legs down, relax the head. Take a breath, move your hips from side to side if you need that. A little stretch there. Okay, so our hands are now going to come almost underneath our shoulders, slightly outside, but in line with our shoulders. So we're going to try our swan dive. So we're going to break it down first of all. We're going to just lift our legs. So stretch the legs as much as you can, lift the knees off the floor, and then lift both legs as high as you can while your head is still down. Lower the legs and lift up the upper body. You can use your hands to push and lift yourself up. As long as this feels okay, you can try the next move. We're going to just practice that one more time. So legs lift while the head is down, and then legs lower, head and shoulders lift, and upper body. Okay, so if you want to try the swan dive, it's quite fast, a little bit crazy. As long as you've got some padding underneath your hips, you should be all good. So I'm going to shoot my arms out in a second into a T shape, and then I'm going to rock using my body and momentum. So my back's staying in a rounded shape, and then I'm just going to shoot my arms out and rock. 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little bit crazy, but thank you for joining me, because it's not that bad. As long as you've got a little bit of padding and you've got the movement kind of happening, it's all good. Okay, if you didn't do it, don't worry, we're moving on. Okay, so arms are coming out in line with your shoulders, just as they were when we were in the top of our swan dive. Our legs just going to relax for a second. So just relax the legs, relax the feet. Now we're going to lift that upper body up and our hands away from the floor. Then we're going to bring the hands back to the hips and then back to the shoulders and lower. So squeeze and lift, extend back, back to the shoulders and lower. Lift and squeeze, stretch, back and lower. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, shoulders away from the ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Okay, so hello shoulders. They will have woken up quite a bit after that one. So if you need to just rock the hips from side to side, just relax the body again. Okay, so the hands are going to come back to where they were a second ago, but the palms are flat on the floor now. So we're going to go for another swim. We're going to take our right hand off of the floor and our left leg off of the floor, but nothing else is changing. So the hips stay down, belly's lifted in and up, and we're stretching away from our body rather than up. Then we're going to lower down. Change sides.
So you're reaching away like Superman here. You can stay with a slow version, and when you lift one leg and the other arm, I want you to push down on the foot and the hand that is on the floor. So we're not going to go fast with this one today. I want to just bring some awareness to the body. So push down into the floor with the foot and the hand. Feel that support and connection as you reach up and strengthen the whole of the back of the body. Down again, lift. So really push down so you can feel the muscles in the arm activated strongly, and onto the foot so you can feel the leg muscles activated. Let's just do 2 more, 1 more each side. Good, really push down into the top of the foot and the hand. 1 more time. Amazing. Okay, we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders, push ourselves back into a little child's pose, so feet together, knees apart, and just reach the hands out and rest the chest down and the head if you can. If your knees bothering you for any reason, just stay up a little bit higher. You don't have to squash your knees. If anyone's got any knee issues. Relax that chest down. Big exhale. Okay, then we're going to turn around and do a couple of shoulder bridges. How are we doing for time? Can't see my watch there, so I'm going to have to look at that one. Okay, a couple of shoulder bridges and we're nearly done. So shoulder bridge essentially does work the back of the body, so we're still on the back, but we're just facing the other way. Okay, so feet are underneath knees. Arms are by the side of you, but they're active. They're not just chilling, taking a holiday. They're super active here. So we're going to use the whole of the back of the body to lift our hips up. So we're going to push down into the floor and lift the hips. And then we're going to slowly lower down section by section of that spine. We're going to add in an arm movement in a second. So just make sure that you've got a bit of room behind you. Okay, so we're going to exhale, lift up, push down with the arms, and then exhale again, lower down. Now this time we're going to exhale and lift the arms up at the same time. Okay, so you're pushing down into your shoulders. And then as your hips come down, your hands come back to your hips and you're going to lift up and reach towards the front of your shins. Let's exhale back and peel the spine up again. Coming down with the hips, lifting the arms up and reaching. 2 more like this. Hips lift, arms reach back. Hips lower, arms reach forward. One last time, we're going to stay up on that last one. And I'm not adding in hundreds, I promise, right at the end, because that would be evil. But I am going to add in a little bit more abdominals. So we're going to pulse. We're going to do some pulsing, pulse forwards. Good, and then we're going to swap. So we're going to have one hand in the middle of the leg, one hand on the outside. Swap again, hand in the middle. 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin is tucked. 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more step. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to reach our arms up to the ceiling and we're going to imagine that we're pulling on a rope. So let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just get a little twist in there and then lower down. Take the arms out in line with the shoulders, bring the feet together and knees together. Let's take a little lying side twist. Inhale and stretch. Squeeze those knees together. You should feel a lovely stretch on the outside there. Exhale back to center. Over to the other side. Inhale. Keep both shoulders on the floor, but this is more of a stretch really. So if they lift off, not the end of the world. 1 more each side. Exhale back. Inhale. If you want to extend that top leg, you can. Maybe even grab your foot. Let's enjoy this stretch this time. So we're going to stay here a little bit longer. Stretch into the outer hip. We did use that a little bit earlier. How are we nearly out of time already? It's flown by today. Okay, bring those legs back together, back to center, over to the back. Extend that top leg if you want to. Grab the foot if you want to.
Oh, big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring those knees back together. Hug them in. And then if you want one more roll up, you can. You're going to stretch the legs out. You don't have to. Exhale. Bring ourselves all the way back up. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. Amazing. Well done, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the class. And I hope you have a great rest of the week. And hope to see you next week. Take care. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments.